like royalty right now, peaceful buzz. I held my way, walked away, thought I just crossed the secret. Then the way that I was from, they give me what can't see you no more. And you let me go.
Looks like the fifth dragon bird. Double African dragon. Blue shot pala. And a human.
Trying to get the pixel here. No! One Dragon does go into Mesky's side. There's Equalizer in the backline. Cataclysm actually, you know, a 5-man!
Welcome back, Summoners, to the Pro Gaming Series 2016 Spring Split. You are about to witness history as we are down to the final match of our group stage. It will be NAGA Esports versus MSKI.Globe. We will be your shoutcasters. I am Shinbu with a 1 for an eye.
And I'm GS Neep.
Yes, this Pro Gaming Series 2016 Spring Split is brought to you by the official Energy Shot.
Energy Shot.
Hindi na shot, Energy Shot. Okay, that is Booster C Energy Shot. Genius, boost your focus, boost your game. I'm really excited for this game. If this series goes 2-0,
Yeah, it's a very important game for both of these teams. And for all the other teams in the Pro Gaming Series as well. All eyes are on this match as the fate of a lot of the teams coming into the playoffs depends on this match. A lot of the seeding is going to be decided upon this match as our playoffs are a gauntlet style. So every game counts. And both teams really need this victory. And we only have one game of the night. So that's how important this game is, guys.
That is true. If you look into that schedule, makikita nyo, Week 14, ang wala na lamang na may green dot dyan is on MSKI versus NAGA. We will roll this game from 7 p.m. hanggang 9 p.m. tayo dito. We also have the match and win promo. Saktong-sakto yun para sa showing ng Gods of Egypt. And yun pala, yan. If you look into the standings, makikita nyo let's take a closer look at the standings. Yan, look at that one.
Yeah, three-way tie between MSKI, NAGA, and Imperium Pro Team Blue.
Yes.
So Imperium Pro Team Blue, they really want to see this game. They really want to... They're watching this game right now as their playoffs, the standings depends on this. Let's say if NAGA and MSKI go 1-1, then Imperium Pro Team Blue is out of the playoff standing. However, if one of the teams goes 2-0, then that puts the winning team
another
at
chance.
First seed, tied for first seed. And then the losing team, they're not in the playoffs at all. So it is very important. This game is going to be very important, and I'm excited.
Take note, viewers, yung top 4 lamang. Only the top 4 will proceed to the playoffs and play those rounds, those matches, those best of 3s patungo sa ating championship. And who will become the champion netong ating Pro Gaming Series 2016 Spring Split? Again, as I mentioned earlier, saktong-sakto, palabas ba lang ng Gods of Egypt. We have our share and win mula siyempre sa Booster C Energy Shot Genius. That is the Shurima's Legacy Bundle. Ayan. Kasama dyan yung sa Kha'Zix, kay Ramus.
Guardian of the Sands Garner, Guardian of the Sands Serath, Guardian of the Sands Ramis, Guardian of the Sands Kha'Zix, and Risen Fiddlesticks,
yes,
guys.
And of course,
they
you
all look
cannot
cool.
deny. We also have that match and win bundle code. Siyempre, the featured player for this time, it will be Suzaku. What do you know of Suzaku, Nip?
Suzaku is currently rank 1 in the Challenger ladder. So if you guys go to your clients, you look at your ladder, you'll see Suzaku, and he has an insane win rate. I think his win rate's like 150 wins to like 50 loses.
Wow, crazy.
Like 75% win rate at the very top of the Philippines. So this guy is insane. And if we take a look into the quick and ban as the game has now started, Game 1.
Yes, let's go, ladies and gentlemen, again. Again, para sa ating games, we only have 2 set of games para sa inyo. And the Suzaku bundle for our match and win promo will pop up. That includes the Gentleman Nar, that includes the Headhunter, Need the League, Lake Selmap, Chef Tamkens, Wood Scout, Queen, syempre yan. Tanong-terno para sa mga fans yan ni Suzaku from NAGA Esports.
Yeah, speaking of Suzaku, right off the bat, we do see Malphite and Quinn were banned by MSKI. Both of those are Suzaku's favorite champions right now. Malphite, I think Suzaku's probably played more than 50% of his games in the Pro Gaming Series as a Malphite. And in solo queue, he's been spamming the Quinn a lot. So Quinn and Malphite both gone. And Gragas banned as well, taken away as Gragas has been buffed in 6.3 a lot stronger now with that Runic Echoes and with the buffs to his W. So we take a look at the pick and ban right now. We do see that First pick Lulu for MSKI, so that's most likely going to be onto TG. Yume doesn't play Lulu at all. I've never seen him play Lulu, so
I see.
it's probably going to go to TG. And
even for a support Lulu, I don't think so. No? Yes, it's very likely that Kaigu will still roll on that Thresh, diba? That's the Alistar getting denied against Kaigu.
Yeah, Kaigu, one of the best Alistar players in the Philippines, and Alistar probably the strongest support champion in the meta right now. Alistar has the highest pick rate for supports and the highest win rate in competitive. And this is very smart by NAGA Esports. I'm not sure if they plan to take the Kog'Maw, but they saw the Lulu, so they immediately took the Kog'Maw to prevent the Juggernaut comp from being picked by MSKI. So very smart play by NAGA, and we do see that Lucian and Trundle were picked up as well. So that will most likely be Trundle support for Kaigu. Kaigu does like that Trundle support. And the Lucian AD carry for EXO. And Lucian, most played champion right now for AD carry.
Yes, that is true. And so tingnan natin, we're just down to the last 2 picks para sa side dito ng MSKI. And we also have Lee Sin, no? Skill going back dun sa kanyang comfort jungle pick talaga. Ayan. Tingnan natin.
So we do see that they have picked up the Zilean. Yeah, Zilean and Lee Sin, like you said, we have skill once again on this Lee Sin. He really likes this Lee Sin champion. And guys, for those of you who just noticed right now, Daigo is not playing today, and NAGA Esports will be playing with their 6-man Bale. And I'm not sure what to expect from Bale. He's been off the radar. He was on Pacific Esports last season as their 6-man.
Yes.
So I'm not sure what to expect. Zilean is a very... But you've played a lot of Zilean. I've seen you play a lot of Zilean. Do you think he's an easy champion to use? Like, how's your experience with him?
No, it's more on the luck.
It's all about the luck.
I mean, Zilean's really nice in solo queue.
Yeah.
That's why I play him a lot. Because, like, in my parang ang paningin ko kay Zilean, nagiging siyang 5v6, ganon. And when it comes to team fight, it's very hard to account sometimes. Sometimes the Zilean ult.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still smurfing over gold right now. I'm not playing my main account. And in my opinion, Zilean, you could easily just build a counter strategy for Zilean. Very easy. Like just an outmaneuver against Zilean, it would be enough. Zilean's very squishy.
Yeah, so let's see how it works. And the Zilean's definitely going to synergize with this Kog'Maw. So Kog'Maw will have that extra life. And those stuns are going to be very important for NAGA Esports. They can really do a really nice combo where Headbutt pulverize into the double stun.
Look, this is a Zilean mid.
Yeah, Zilean mid.
I don't play Zilean mid.
Oh, okay.
It's just too risky for me. I mean,
yeah.
I'm being just the classic support Zilean, which actually still not a good support. Like if you look at the sa LoL team, he doesn't
don't see that much Zilean support.
You don't see that much Zilean support pagdating sa stats.
And going back to the game, we did see MSKI picked up Elise and Gangplank as their last 2 picks. The Gangplank going on to Yume. Yume really likes this Gangplank. I think in the past couple games that MSKI has played, they have picked up this Gangplank for Yume. So very comfortable with this champion. It's going to be very interesting to see the matchup, the Gangplank versus Zilean matchup. You don't see that too often, and we did see Suzaku going on the Fiora, so he's looking to hard carry the game. Fiora, really strong top laner right now. I think up there in terms of pick rate. Next to Poppy, I believe. So yeah.
I play lots of Zilean. Zilean synergizes as well with Fiora.
Yeah,
like
so
that movement speed buff.
Yeah, the movement speed, and then Fiora can just go all in, and then if he overcommits, you have that ultimate available for that Fiora. You have the ultimate available for Luxuria on this Kog'Maw, and Luxuria actually played Kog'Maw in their last game against Celestial Esports, and he did a very good job on that Kog'Maw. I believe they managed to win that game.
They're just some surprising flashes.
Yeah.
the 2 flashes. Pero the interesting part here is that against Celestial Esports, in the early game, because Daigo has a hard time playing in the mid lane, tapos yun nga, na-fed yung LeBlanc. So, ganun yung, may mga assassin picks yung Celestial Esports against Luxurious Kog'Maw. Pero talagang proper stalling lang para makuha nung NAGA Esports yung late game, yung scaling nila. And yun nga, naging napaka-dominant ni Luxuria na dun sa game na to. For this one, though, dun sa composition dati ng NAGA Esports, like, may Lulu pa yon yung Kog'Maw niya. Ngayon, right now, it's
they don't have that Lulu.
Yeah, they don't have that Lulu.
They have the Zilean,
like,
though.
Well, yes, pero, like, I still think parang Lulu is much,
yeah, Lulu is
much
definitely
better,
a lot better. You have that speed up for the Kog'Maw. You have the shield, and you also have the wild growth.
Yes.
Very effective
like, I think
support.
3 champions. Nami, no?
Yeah.
I think 3 champions are invested just to protect Luxurious Kog'Maw on that Celestial Esports game. Pero the thing about that Celestial Esports game is that may assassins kasi yung Celestial Esports.
Yeah.
For this one, para sa side ng MSKI, it's more oriented. It's actually playing around
Playing around the Gangplank and playing around
yes.
the Lucian. They do have lots of ways to pick.
Yes.
And they don't really have like the assassins. They're looking to just go for the objective control and like the full-on team fights.
So, it's more of mas safe ngayon na piliin nyo ni Akarin, yung kanya ni Akarin yung kayang Lee Sin instead of Gragas, di ba? And it's viable to play Suzaku on that Fiora instead of yung Malphite niya, mga ganun, di ba?
Yeah.
So,
Well, Malphite was banned, so he can't play.
Ay, oo nga pala, Malphite was banned. I mean, ayun nga, parang mas safe ngayon si Luxure. But that is the case. It's more of a head-on.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a head-on fight.
Head-on fight ang bagsakan
Battle
natin
of the
dito.
mechanics and battle of like who has the better team fighting, who has
Yes.
a better macro play. And Lee Sin and Elise are both very aggressive early game junglers, so they're going to be looking to create a lot of pressure. They probably want to snowball the lanes, maybe snowball that top lane. Fiora is a very nice champion to gank, and once Fiora gets rolling, once he picks up the early items, very painful.
That is true. Remember that Celestial Esports game, I mean, considering sa Elise nga ngayon ni Kulit, si Hex on that there. It was really effective. It even came to a point na pwede na siya makabuild ng Zizirot portal because they have the lanes. The problem is they cannot close the game properly. Kaya nakapag-stall pa talaga yung NAGA Esports.
Yeah, but this time around, they do have a way to kind of offset the late game scaling from the Kog'Maw. They do have the Gangplank. So Gangplank can get very fed in the late game. Maybe late game you might have the damage to maybe like half HP Kog'Maw, maybe 1/4, 3/4 HP. Like the Gangplank's going to be very scary, and we have to look out for that.
Enough damage to even make Alistar bleed.
Yeah, definitely.
Yan. So yan guys, you are up for a really exciting set of match. Again, if you look into our standings, yung nakita nyo yung breakdown ng standings namin kanina, if this series goes 2-0, ayan, yung isa may 50-50 chance na ma-drop. Oo, habang yung isa sure qualify. Sa nag-aantay doon IPT Blue.
Yeah.
Pero kapag naging 1-1 to,
it's gonna be another tie.
Yeah, it's gonna be another tie. So, kung sino yung manalo sa game na to, kakampi na ng IPT Blue.
Yeah.
I-wish nila na sana manalo sa next game. Ayan, sobrang mainit, intense ngayon ng estado ng ating group stage, yung mga summoners, mga viewers natin. And ako nga, ayan, I even requested na i-cast tong game na to kasi sobrang exciting talaga nitong game.
That's the very last game of our regular season. And then we're gonna have our tiebreakers and then go to the playoffs.
Oo, pansin natin, di ba, when it comes down to the last 4 weeks, talagang kahit okay na yung mga teams natin ngayon dito sa Pro Gaming Series, nag-i-step up pa talaga sila. Because you really want to secure your last set of matches.
And this season has especially been very good. The games are very close. The standings are very close. The last 2 seasons, we've seen very large discrepancies between the teams. But now we have like 5 teams, 6 teams, all in the same level of each other, constantly fighting. And this season is definitely being great. This game's gonna be great.
Dati kasi dalawa team, minsan may isang team nga lang na dominant, di ba? During the group stage. But this one, I'm really excited. Yan. So, mga viewers natin, esports.green.ph/stream. Sama-sama tayo dito. Bago tayo pumasok sa ating playoffs. Actually, yung LoL Collegiate League natin, casted nyo yun last week, no? Last weekend, yung best of 3 series natin.
We still have LoL Collegiate League tomorrow and Sunday as well.
Saturday, Sunday. Ngayong gabi, Pro Gaming Series 2016. Spring Split esports.green.ph mula sa YouTube, Twitch, Azubu, sa lahat ng aming mga streaming platform. Don't hesitate to log in or make that account maki-interact sa amin dito sa chat. Tell us your predictions, tell us your insights sa mga viewers natin, sa mga summoners natin. Maraming salamat po for watching the Pro Gaming Series.
Yeah, and we are now just waiting for the game to start. We do see that EXO did not connect, so just a little bit of waiting time right now.
Tactical pause lang tayo dito.
Yeah.
And of course, yan nga, 2 games lang tayo ngayon. The Match and Win. The Match and Win promo code could just pop out anytime sa mga laro natin. We also have, if you check the Pro Gaming Series Facebook fan page, meron pa rin tayong Share and Win promo din. So ayan, puntahan nyo yan mga summoners. Participate up. Why not join us din sa aming Facebook community that is the PGS Reef official group. And of course, our Garena Talk ID 171-88811.
Yeah, so we're now into the Rift, guys. This is once again MSKI Smart versus NAGA Esports. And this is a very important match. We cannot emphasize that enough. How important this match is right now, guys.
Sa laban, sa galaw nila yan eh.
Yeah.
Pag breakdown natin, pag ina-analyze yan, kasi kung anong risk yung willing sila i-take. Actually, all the more yung mga engages na hindi nila tinitake, actually mas nagiging intense eh, diba? Kasi you know talaga na sige.
Yeah. But then you have to consider that this is MSKI we are talking about. Even though there's a lot on the line, these guys have been there for a very long time, and at this point, the pressure is nothing to them. They've become very accustomed to this level of pressure, and I expect them to still play their A game. They're not gonna. I don't expect them to play safe. I expect them to go all out. Same thing for NAGA Esports. You have some young players on the team. You do have...
May tendency yung mga young players, no? Na kapag ganitong klase ng pressure, nagiging conservative.
Yeah, but then these guys are thirsty. You have Suzaku, you have Badger. Both of them are new to the pro gaming series. Meanwhile, Bale, Akarain, and Luxuria, they've been there for a while, and it's going to be interesting to see how this pans out, guys.
It's interesting. Ang daming,
you've got...
Ang daming familiar players dito na galing sa Pacific Esports.
And then MSKI, of course, they are the last season's champions, of course, and they did win MPGL, so it's kind of like the Kings right now, like the old Kings versus the newer team. NAGA Esports, for the last two splits, they haven't really had the best. I think the very first split NAGA Esports was in, they went in 5th place. Then the split that MSKI got 1st place, NAGA Esports got 7th, and now they're at the same level where both of them are fighting for the same spot, and it's really interesting to see how this is gonna go. And actually, you know what I noticed, actually, looking at the NAGA Esports roster? With this current roster, there's no members from the last season, and there's no members from the original. Because Daigo was the only one from last season, right?
Oh, yes.
But now that Daigo's gone, this is an entirely new NAGA Esports right now. So it's really interesting to see that. No Nixta, no me, no Sentier, no Kiddo, no Cyrex.
And shout out to the mga pioneer players sa NAGA Esports. Shoutouts din kay Specs. Yan. And I think may bago ng manager. I'm not sure kung sino yung coach ng MSKI. Ganon.
I have no idea, but I know MSKI, they've been doing a pretty good job with their boot. They've had a boot camp in their gaming house. Yeah, their gaming mansion.
Pre.
Yeah, so.
And so, yun nga, I mean, I'm very sure na hindi, na walang na may baon. Na may baon itong MSKI. MSKI Smart. Papunta dito sa ating laro.
That's going to be very interesting to see both of these teams play. And
playing right now sa patch ngayon, I mean, wala nga yung parang very hot pick, no? Or is there?
I think the hottest...
May nerf kay Udyr, pero not so sure. Parang hindi siya
we are on 6.3. We're still on 6.3. 6.4 will come out. Not just quite yet. So
okay pa rin si Udyr.
Yeah, Udyr is still okay. Z-Rock Portal is disabled still, so...
May hype kay Nocturne, though.
Yeah. Because, like, I think in the current meta, we've been seeing a lot of Z-Rock Portals with that Nautilus, with that Rammus, with the Udyr, where they go for that really strong split push to each composition. However, with that being banned out, teams have had to adapt. And I think Kog'Maw is probably the biggest champion to really come up from this 6.3 patch.
Yes.
Like, Kog'Maw is really the biggest champion. We're seeing Kog'Maw.
Pero walang nerf sa 6.4.
Kog'Maw 6.4, no nerfs. However, 6.5 he has nerfs.
Yeah. I see. Merong win-work na updates.
Yeah. And they're pretty big changes as well, so...
Yeah, you can check the new updates. Actually, yung mga upcoming skins natin. There's these Elderwood, LeBlanc.
Yeah, Elderwood, LeBlanc. We even have Death Blossom, Kha'Zix. And then, what other skins were there?
Death Blossom, yung kay Elysian, no?
Yeah.
Death Blossom, Elysian, Death Blossom, Kha'Zix. Favorite champ ko rin yung si Kha'Zix. Alam mo ba, si Kha'Zix lang yung only champ na may pentakill ako. Isang beses lang ako nagka-pentakill. Kay Kha'Zix pa. That was during the time nung ang bigat nung nerf kay Kha'Zix. Actually, playable si Kha'Zix ngayon.
Yeah,
pero
I think there's a couple challenger players who are...
sila Rebhenga. Tatlong buff yung kinailangan kay Kha'Zix para lang malaro ulit siya kahit papaano, ganun. Pero nung last time na nerf sa kanya yun, I played him to check kung okay pa rin siya. Tapos, ayun, doon ako nakakuha pang pentakill. Bagong nerf. So, yan, guys! This is the Pro Gaming Series 2016 Spring Split. And we are now down to our Week 14, the final match of our group stage. It will be MSKI Smart taking on NAGA Esports for an all-in match. Tingnan natin kung sino makaka 2-0 dito. or kung sino ang magwawa, kung mapapawanuan nila to, at matatanggal yung Imperium Bro Team Blue. On the blue side, you have MSKI, League of Legends. In the top lane, it'll be TG. On that Lulu. In the jungle, it'll be Kulit. On the Elise. In the mid lane, it is Yume on that Gangplank. And for the bottom duo, of course, that is EXO on that Lucian. And Kaigu on that Trundle support.
And for the red side, we have Naga Esports. For the top lane, we have Suzaku on that Fiora. For the jungle, we have Akarain on that Lee Sin. For the mid lane, we have Bale, not Daigo, playing that Zillion. And for that bot lane duo, we have Luxuria and Badger on the Kog'Maw and the Alistar.
Esports that green that PH is last stream powered by the official energy shot of the Pro Gaming Series. That is Booster C Energy Shot. Genius, boost your focus, boost your game. Summoners, ready na ba kayo para sa ating laro? Gusto ko makakita ng maraming G sa ating stream chat, mga kaibigan. Ayan, antayin lang natin.
Yeah.
Okay, may connection issue yata kay
Even
Exo,
though
no?
with this connection issue, we can actually see a lot about the map and a lot about the early game strategy from the positions on the mini-map. We do see MSKI has gone for a very standard ban, just spotting everything out. And I actually like this coming in from Naga. So they sent 4 members in that top lane.
Wow,
So
aggressive play, man.
they're most likely going to be going for the deep wards. But the thing is, look where Kog'Maw is. Kog'Maw's in the bot lane. So they're going to try to trick MSKI into thinking they're lane swapping because they'll see, like, the Lulu's going to spot the 4 members of Naga in the top lane. They'll see, oh, Alistar's there. There might be a lane swap, guys. Let's be careful. However, it looks like Naga Esports isn't going to be going for the lane swap. They're just going to be trying to trick MSKI into thinking it's a lane swap, get the very deep vision in that jungle so they can spot Elise and they can spot that Lulu. And who knows what Naga's going to do. They do have that Lee Sin.
Yeah, you would
very
want that
aggressive.
lane swap, no? Para din first setup nga against Luxuria. It's
Yeah.
very clear na in the early game, may sizable advantage ang Lucian against Kog'Maw.
Pretty good. However, with the W change in 6.3, it makes Kog'Maw a lot better. Not too bad in that laning phase, so he does have that extra attack speed, and he can afford to level up those points in W for that extended range.
Dude, I'm even saying jungle Kog'Maws, man.
Yeah, jungle Kog'Maw. I've tried that before. That's pretty fun.
Trinay mo rin.
Yeah, really fun. You just build pure attack speed, get that Devourer, and you're just insane
Attack speed.
on-hit effect. Yeah.
So, yung, kunyari, like, it's very hard to reach actually, the 5 attack speed.
Yeah, it's
five
pretty
attack
hard,
speed.
yeah.
Pero, meaning nun, kung naka-devourer ka pa talagang double. Or yung on-hit effect lang.
It just,
on-hit effect
just
by
applies
W.
the on-hit.
So, W is an on-hit effect.
Yeah, so it applies
So,
the health
times 2.
shred. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So very effective. And we do see that Naga's actually going for a very interesting start. We do see that Lee Sin is walking towards that bot side. Looks like he will be starting on that bot side of the map. Lucian and Trundle will be taking those Krugs. And we will be seeing the lane swap coming in from Naga Esports with that with Luxuria and Badger taking those Krugs in the top lane. And Suzaku, where's he going? Going to that bot side of the map. Ping's going down as well, so I'm not sure if they're going to try to force a 2v1 matchup or if they're going to go for the early tower in this game.
Yes, that is true. 1 minute 40 seconds tayo sa ating laro. And everyone is staying on a very conservative and level 1 rotation para sa ating mga laro. It's pretty standard na, sabi ni Meep. And right now, wow. So it will be Zillion versus Gangplank. Never played this matchup before.
Yeah, it looks like Yume is just doing a very good job of using that Q to trade with the Grasp of the Undying. Meanwhile, Bale just trying to do his best to farm up. He's only sitting at 1 CS so far, so hasn't had the best start right now. The bomb's not connecting onto Yume.
That is true. I mean, level 1 ka pa lang, you don't have that reset. Even you would need at least level 3 to play optimal para sa Zillion.
And
that movement speed.
meanwhile, we do see Badger being very annoying in this jungle, trying to delay them as much as possible. Kulit already taking down the half HP and actually steals one of the small walls from there. And PG and Kulit just doing that double jungle. And we're going to see that 4v0 push in that top lane from Naga Esports.
What are those pings? Series of pings mula sa red. And also sa bottom lane, no?
Yeah, but it looks like we might see the same thing coming in from MSKI. So there will be an early tower trade coming in. Kulit and TG will be making their way towards that bot lane and eventually going to take that turret, most likely in that bot lane.
Yes, that is true. Tingnan natin so far, they're just allowing the bottom duo dito na naging top na mula sa NAGA Esports. Just closing in. Punta doon sa top lane, it will be a classic 4-man push.
Yeah, so
Let's
let's
an early turret
see
para sa laro.
who comes out on top after all of this. Because a lot of the time, the teams don't do this 4v0 early tower correctly, and they end up falling behind. Like, for example, they might give away a dragon, they might give away an extra turret, or they might not balance the minion waves correctly and just put their top laner in a very bad position. So let's see how both teams decide to do this. So it looks like NAGA is actually going to push this wave as much as possible. And they do need to be careful, as when you do this, it actually pushes the wave towards their side, and the enemy top laner can freeze that lane, making it very difficult for Suzaku to do anything.
Yes. I mean, Suzaku will be forced to go to other lanes.
Yeah. And this is
Sa
actually...
top lane, wala siyang minion din.
Yeah, this is actually a mistake. Alright, very good job by Suzaku. So Suzaku knows that if he doesn't do anything to the minion wave, it's going to get frozen. So he's actually going to push the minion wave all the way to the turret. And then the turret's going to kill the minions, and that's going to push the wave back and reset it somewhere towards the middle so Suzaku can play much safer. Because if he didn't do that, it would have been stuck, and MSKI made a huge mistake not getting that bot lane turret.
Wow. Wow. Oh my god.
Double flash.
Yes, hindi lang dun sa double flash. So, yung sinabi mo nga, MSKI didn't take
Yeah,
that
they
bottom
didn't get
lane
that bottom turret, and that's still alive.
Nag-wolves din kasi si Elise. So, ang laki ng kakalungan nung hindi pagtulong ni Elise.
And it's only one hit away.
Okay naman pala.
But the important thing is that that's a pretty important hit, as the turret gives 100 gold, right? And that gold could be used to buy a pink ward and just establish vision control.
Okay, 5 minutes into the game, no? So, may malaking gold advantage ngayon dito. NAGA Esports comes the early game.
We do see that they do have that pink ward advantage. So we did see Akarin was able to buy a pink ward, and now they're just going to deep ward, so they have the better position for this dragon.
Yes.
100 gold might not seem a lot, but it adds up.
And nagtatranslate na into items talaga yung gold dito.
This is going to be a really nice tower dive coming in from NAGA.
Hinahawakan lang ng MSKI yung gold nila. This is one engage. 7 engage from 3 members.
Very
Flash
smart.
out mula sa TG. What a nice play din mula sa kanya. But Akarin connects in. He will not have any slows. Nagamit niya ng napakaaga. Just a few punch mula kay TG. Papunta kay TG, and yet the first blood is not set in stone dito sa Summoner's Rift.
Yeah, so very smart play coming in from TG. Flashing out of the headbutt and then completely evading that pulverize. So I think
bait niya. Medyo expected talaga na mag-flash out.
Yeah, I think Badger could have read that a bit more carefully. However, it doesn't matter in the end. NAGA committed a bit too much. Luxury doesn't have flash, I believe. So that's going to be a pretty big thing. Luxury no flash, and that bot lane turret is very low as well.
It's a really intense here. Rotation palang ulam na, mga kaibigan. Right now, 3 members will defend this turret.
Yeah.
NAGA Esports has sent anti-plans here in the bottom lane. Still though, Baal now, no?
Yeah. He's doing a very good job.
And ayan, yung pag-land nung combo mula kay Zillian, it's not really that hard. Ang problema lang yung targeting nun.
Yeah.
yung travel play. Pero yung pag-chain niya, walang problema.
Yeah. So we do see that Suzaku is going to get a lot of CS in that top lane. And nice ult by Yume, actually denying Suzaku a lot of the CS coming in. He's going to lose actually half of that minion wave. So that's very crucial for Suzaku right now.
Yes, because NAGA is playing around Suzaku. And walang flash si Luxuria. So it's going to be very hard.
And we do see NAGA, very good vision control actually in that bot side, and they will get that bottom turret. MSKI takes that bottom turret, and the gold lead in favor of MSKI right now. That's mainly due to the CS advantage from that AD carry, because we did see EXO was in that top lane farming by himself. 61 CS to 46. Already has that BF sword, and Luxuria just trying to build up for that Ginsu's Rage Blade right now.
Without any boots, man. Alright, that is gonna be the blue buff na medyo nilalaro dito ng MSKI League of Legends. Right now, no, hindi rin ganun ka behind si Yume pagdating kay Baal, against kay Baal.
Yeah, and
Zillian and Gangplank matchup.
Yeah, however, I think once Zillian starts to get more points into that bomb, he starts to hurt quite a bit.
Yeah.
And Yume actually doing a very good job in this matchup. I believe Gangplank should probably not be bullying out the Zillian this hard, but he's doing a very good job of bullying this Zillian right now.
That's true. Yan, tingnan natin. Right now, you can see to the map natin, the bottom lane is getting freeze.
Yeah, so that's actually very smart coming in from Luxuria. And we do see that TG knows that's frozen, so he is going to have to go to top lane. So I actually like this play from MSKI. They know that bottom's frozen.
Yes.
And instead of trying to force the dragon there, they're actually going to try to force this top lane turret instead. So they're going to be sending 4 members to that top lane. They're just really going to try to force Suzaku out of lane and try to take this turret for free. But this does leave Dragon available. Ooh, nice double bomb. And that's what he said earlier. Once you get more points into that Q onto Zillion, he starts to hurt a lot.
And you don't even need to build that much AP.
Yeah, you don't need that much AP at all.
So unlike talaga, sobrang nag-scale yung Roa para kay Zillion. And actually, Roa is right now one of the best AP items.
Yeah, it definitely is very cheap and the stats are very cost efficient. And we do see Naga rotating towards this top and trying to save this turret right now.
This is very risky for
Yeah,
MSKI.
3v4.
Yes, my friend. And that's the trophy gaining laydown dito ng MSKI League of Legends. They will fall back. Their skills are on cooldown, mga kaibigan. The Sonic Wave connects one flash, and that is the Dragon's Rage delivering the Spider. He will rappel up dito sa laro, and it's gonna be a misplay as EXO secures the first blood. 1 ult para sa ating Alistar on that Badger, and 2 kills in the bag from MSKI League of Legends.
And there was not enough follow-up damage coming in from Bale. The double stun actually didn't hit onto Kulit earlier, so we did see Kulit was able to repel away, and then Bale also used his ultimate, the Chrono Shift, onto Badger instead of Akaring. That was a huge mistake. They lost 2 kills and they lost that top lane turret, putting them at a 3,000 gold deficit.
Wow.
And we did see Kog'Maw, meanwhile, was able to farm up the wave quite a bit, so not too far behind in terms of CS right now. However, the lane is now shoving towards MSKI's side, so he will be forced to not really be able to do much.
Ganong klaseng team fight lang.
Yeah.
Actually, cooldown na ibang skills.
But it was a nice set by skill, though. Very nice set by skill, but there wasn't enough follow-up.
Oo. I mean, kahit nga pagdating dun sa Arsenal, pagdating dun sa skill sets, naka-cooldown na yung sa MSKI because they got really aggressive against Suzaku, di ba?
Yeah.
Kanina, pero still, MSKI step up against that engage. This is what you're saying na kanina na yung mga veteran players, no?
Yeah.
Hindi nagpa-apekto. They are very used to this kind of pressure.
Yeah, and we do see, in terms of items being completed, Luxuria does have that Ginsu, so they're going to play around this Ginsu. Double bomb connects.
Wow! No rappel can save you from that one.
Yeah. So, very smart play from Naga Esports. They played around the power spike perfectly. The moment Luxuria gets his Ginsu's Rage Blade, they go for that fight, and they're going to get this dragon.
Yes. So, and the dragon para sa side ng Naga Esports. Actually, first dragon though, kahit early game pa lang. If it's on Zillion, malaking influence. Kasi ang taas ng mga numbers eh. Ang taas ng damage na nanggagaling mula dun sa time bomb ni Zillion. And that's what you would want for the first dragon bomb would be high stats. Wow.
Yeah.
EXO this one. He will pay with his life, mga kaibigan, for that flash in.
And that was a very good kiting coming in from Luxuria. And very good play coming in from Badger. Immediately going for that flash headbutt pulverize.
Yeah.
Without that, Luxuria would have died.
Yes,
and
man. Crucial yung flash na yun. And how many gold is Luxuria holding?
He's holding on to 1,000 right now. So he will be able to buy that Reaper bow.
They're just going all in for Luxuria. May triumphant roll pa to para kay Badger. But of course, that is 2 members. That is Ludo flanking from behind. Kaigo going solo. Badger going solo. Grand challenge dito sa ating troll. And will Suzaku secure that kill. Yes, nagkaroon ng libreng fountain. Papunta dito sa blue buff. There's the mine games. The mine. Landmine mula kay Beal. And TG gets the slow 1 fight. That's flat. Isang tapik sa gilid. There's the bomb. I-deliver na kaya ito kay Elise. No, it won't be as Baal with that high damaging time bomb secures the kill, ladies and gentlemen, mula sa 2-0, 3-4 ang laro natin in favor of Naga Esports.
Yeah, and that was just way too much overcommitment coming in from MSKI. They committed too hard trying to kill Luxuria. While they were able to kill Luxuria, in the very end, they did lose quite a bit from it. They did lose EXO, they did lose TG, and I believe they did lose Kaigu. So very risky trade coming in, and score now in favor of Naga in terms of kills. However, we do see MSKI still ahead in gold by 2,000.
Kung gaano ka hirap mag-setup, ganun lang kadali mag-throw.
Yeah.
I mean, sobrang aggressive nung engage na yon.
Yeah, and actually right now, Naga's actually on the weaker position right now. They need to be very careful going into the next fights going for this these turrets. As if you take a look at the items, you see Yume has picked up that Triforce,
yes, man.
and Exo has that Essence Reaver as well.
Yes, I mean, this is GP. Definitely scaling into the game. The problem is, paano sila makakalapit? Luxuria, that W easily just shreds through. Alright mga kaibigan, isang tayuan lamang, isang minion wave lang ang kailangan nila Luxuria doon.
That's a very good play coming in from Naga, immediately taking that turret. No response coming in from MSKI, they couldn't defend it. And right now, if we take a look at the entire map as a whole, Naga established vision control in that top bot side of the map, allowing Suzaku to play a bit more aggressive on that top side. And we do see MSKI has opted for splitting the map in half. So Naga, they've split the map along the mid lane and controlled the top side of the map, while MSKI has gone for splitting the map towards the river, controlling their side of the map. Because I'm guessing defense is the best offense right now. They just want to be very safe right now. They don't want to get picked out by... Because let's say Naga wants to go aggressive. With those wards, MSKI will be able to see where Naga is going and just respond very fast. So, very interesting approach to how they're going. And those pink wards are very nice by MSKI.
Yes, really nice words mga kaibigan. And as you would see naman, I'm really wondering what will happen pagdating sa late game dito, no?
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see. And I mean, Luxuria versus Yume actually for this late game in terms of hyper carries.
And yan, ngayon pala bumili ng boots si Luxuria. Yun yung hinahanap ko kanina. Mas priority pa ni Luxuria buying up that Zeal. Zeal for the rapid fire? Or...
I'm not sure what that Zeal's gonna be built into. It could be built into the Trinity Force.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Yeah, but we do see that there's a double, what's the attack speed? Dagger. Double dagger being built by Luxuria, so it's interesting how he didn't go to rush.
PD?
Yeah, no, he could have rushed the... Yeah, I think he might go Phantom Dancer.
Yeah, he could mitigate the damage. Kasi magiging tanky si GP, di ba? And everyone will just dive. I mean, somebody will dive against him.
Yeah, another option would have been to go for that Runan's Hurricane as well, because the Runan's Hurricane does provide a lot of attack speed, and it does allow you to proc your Ginsus a lot faster.
Yeah, of course.
But let's see what this is gonna be.
Anti-CC, pero you know, papasok siguro. Pero not on the late game. I mean, sa face lang ng game na to, it would be Kaigu or Kulit, di ba? Na mapwedeng lumapit dito kay Luxuria. Sometimes yung PD na rin, mitigate din yung damage na yun. Yun din yung maganda sa PD because PD reduces, that's the dueling item, right?
Yeah.
Reduces any damage.
And what's interesting to point out is that we did see Badger has picked up Distortion Boots, so looking to go for those flash engages as the main initiate for Naga Esports. So that will be a 15% cooldown reduction on the summoner spells of Badger. So faster exhaust and faster flashes.
Evolve na yung mga Alistar ngayon eh. Yeah. As I noticed, lagi flash pulverize.
Yeah, and it's a lot easier to do the combo now because in 6.3 they made the combo a lot easier to do. So there's less risk when going for the flash pulverizes than there was before.
Tapos headbutt ka na lang pabalik. Just a few side steps no papunta sa unahan, then you could just headback. I think it's even easier than the Lee Sin. Although yung Lee Sin insect kick, you can pull that off without burning any flash.
Yeah, that's true. And let's see if Akron goes for it.
Wow, so he will go for it. Delivering a Lulu with a wild throw down to the front of his members. Sulit nga ba yun? Akron will go down. Receiving the ult pala dito kay May and Suzaku. Putting the grand challenge on the DG. DG became sa fountain and double bomb!
Wow, nice bomb!
Auto, Exo going solo. Bayal going to get the free hit. But Thunderlord's Decree, ang damage lamang dito ni Bayal. Hindi na napakan ni Exo yung bomba. Yume is in the house. And of course, the support Alistar and Jungle Lee Sin will fall back. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a 1-for-1 exchange. 5-4 in favor of NAGA Esports.
I think it's in favor of MSKI in the variant as they were able to get that turret as well.
Yun,
Yeah, they did trade both top laners, so Suzaku and PG did die. And Luxuria wasn't there during that fight, however, they didn't have Yume as well. So a 4 versus 4 fight in that mid lane, resulting in MSKI getting that turret.
Napakaganda nung ano. Yun din yung maganda sa Zillion eh.
Yeah.
Isang tamang QW ko na lang.
And
Game-changing.
It turns out that Zeal ended up being the Ronan's Hurricane actually for that Kog'Maw. So Kog'Maw will be able to do that, increase attack speed, and will be able to split his attacks. And proc that Ginsu is a lot faster.
Ronan's nga. I mean, ayan, going back dun sa Zeal, ang problema lang din sa Zeal yan na, na time bomb. Hindi nyo pwede maplano yung setup.
Yeah, that's
You cannot play around on that. I mean, it's a really nice setup, pero parang tsambahan lang talaga.
Yeah, but if you are very good at that Zillion, then you can do a lot with it. We have seen the Zillion being played in the LCS.
That's a very big
and
CC.
the LCK, yeah.
It's a very big CC.
Because you can potentially get a 5-man stun on a very short cooldown.
With high damage.
Yeah, high damage as well, devastating damage.
So, right now, everyone is just playing around dito sa ating Dragon.
Yeah, and I guess right now, what NAGA Esports is waiting for, they're really waiting for the item from Suzaku to be finished.
Yeah.
MSKI starting this Dragon right now, and interesting play coming in from NAGA Esports, actually deciding to put pressure in that mid lane. They won't be able to get anything out of it though. And they're going to get collapsed on. That's 5 members of MSKI versus 2 members of NAGA, and pings everywhere.
Yes, Badger and Luxuria is nowhere to be found. Well, both of them has the escape guns. Movement speed mula din kay Veal. And of course, there's Akarin with that safeguard. Kaligaring laid down dito. Binak lamang dito ni Veal. He has the hold up. So just go aggressive on this one. But medyo may pagka-overextended na dito yung MSKI. Still though, Luxuria, seeing Luxuria over the bottom lane. This is Akarin surely going down. Veal has no ult. Will he go down? Procs the movement speed para makatakas mga kaibigan. And still, Zillion, Merry Christmas. One last hit. And it will be Gangplank. That party secures the kill against Zillion. A 2-4-0 exchange all for the taking ng MSKI. Whereas Luxuria is doing the work in the bottom lane.
Yeah, and Luxuria, let's see if he's able to get one more turret. That is a 2-0, like you said earlier, and the gold lead is actually 4,000 in favor of MSKI. But here comes the teleport coming in from Yume. He needs to be careful. Luxuria going to suicide and just sacrifice his life for that turret.
Yep.
And I think that trade is actually okay, considering how they were able to get that turret, and there's nothing else for MSKI to take right now. All MSKI can do is maybe ward up, push the bot lane, push the mid lane, but they can't take anything else from that kill in that bot lane.
And yung 4K gold lead yan, naging 3K.
Yeah, so decent trade.
Okay, so we're right now 20 minutes into the game. And napaka-steady lamang ang laro natin. Everyone's just throwing punches and jabs sa bawat team, pero wala pa tayo nakikitang full-on, no? Na 5v5 clash.
Yeah, we haven't seen any 5v5s, only small skirmishes between all the players.
Like, so you could think na everyone's considering for, control the map as much as possible.
Yeah.
On their way to take the victory dito sa ating laro. So, right now, you can see na sa itemization na nag-clock dito after that Trinity Force, being an Essence River.
Yeah. If we take a look at the vision control, actually, we do see MSKI. All their wards are invested in that bot side. Meanwhile, if we look at NAGA, all their wards are invested in that top side. So, sacrificing each side of the map for the other side. But I think NAGA Esports actually has the advantage in regards to this, as Baron is on that top side of the map, and they still have a turret to take as well. So.
And, yun nga, they have Luxuria to shred through that Baron if ever they got the numbers advantage for that map. And see right now, the game has taken a conservative pace. Mga kaibigan, again, kailangan nyo pa rin ang tabayanan. Anytime sa ating laro, pwedeng lumabas itong ating match and win promo. Is also, if you want to check the Facebook fan page of the Pro Gaming Series, we also have that share and win promo. That is the Guardian of the Sands, Garner, Serat, Ramos, and Kha'Zix, kasama rin si Rise and Fiddlesticks.
Yeah, and if we take a look at the items right now, we do see actually EXO doing a lot of damage in this top lane. But we do see Suzaku has picked up the Titanic Hydra coming in, so he will have the extra damage and be a bit more tanky coming into these team fights. And CS actually, wow. We take a look at the CS, and we almost have 100 CS gold difference, 100 CS difference between Yume and Bale, 246 to 167. However, that is offset slightly by the CS advantage in the top lane between Suzaku and TG. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, 20 CS advantage for EXO. So that's actually where a lot of the gold advantage is coming from.
Yes. In the hands of Yume.
Yeah, and if we take a look at actually the gold right now, we do see that Yume has 10,000 gold, the highest out of everyone.
3,000 gold lead.
Yeah,
against
3,000 gold lead against Bale and 1,000 gold lead against Luxuria, who has the most gold. And here comes the team fight.
Yes, are they seriously going to engage on this one? There's the flash in mula kay Badger. Palayo lamang dito si TJ Akara receiving the gold. Things are getting bad para dito sa Naga Esports. You have to take note, papalapit na rin si Gangplank. Bale receiving the front mula dito sa Kali. And EXO, never turning back. Still scanning up dito, papunta sa bottom duo ng Naga Esports. Another engage now is at 4. Man, pulverized by initiated na Badger, and that's the signal for Suzaku to go in. Still, Yume, where's the damage, mga kaibigan? TG flanking on the side. Bale, they in that safe distance. And Naga Esports, will they be able to defend this turn? It's Badger going so low, and Yume is just guiding through using that party. Glitterland snipes off Badger, mga kaibigan. And that is the mid lane inner turret getting destroyed, all in favor of MSKI League of Legends.
Yeah, so that was a 2-4-1, I believe, actually, in favor of MSKI. They were able to get that turret as well. So 6,000 gold is now the lead, and Suzaku wants this. He's chasing.
Yeah, you know, mas kailangan maging decisive ng Naga Esports sa mga engage nila. Though, tamang gauge din. Like, actually just
yeah, after
that.
Yeah, he was trying to get a pick once again with that combo, with that ult flash. However, he was unsuccessful in doing so.
Yeah.
And he did end up getting picked. The ultimate from Bale was not fast enough to land onto him either.
Kahit cooldown yung Cocoon, kahit naka-cooldown yung Cocoon, walang follow-up.
Yeah, and
so,
actually,
talagang dali lang na burst nung buong MSKI.
Yeah, and Luxuria did a very good job actually during that team fight, kiting very well, doing a lot of damage. And Suzaku as well, just diving in, getting that kill. And Suzaku, very fed right now, does have the Ravenous Hydra and the Black Cleaver completed. And this should be the 3 dragons coming from MSKI. That will be their 2nd dragon of the game.
Suzaku building up the music boots too.
Yeah.
Pero binasayang dragon para sa ating laro. Well, considering na good siege naman ng Naga Esports that scales so well for them, still Yume is just becoming more and more of a threat.
Yeah, he does have the Essence Reaver and Triforce, and looking to finish that Infinity Edge as well. Once he gets that Infinity Edge, that's going to be the very, very big power spike coming in from MSKI, and that's really when MSKI can win this game. So expect the 30-minute mark, 31-minute mark to be MSKI's time to just take it all. Meanwhile, Naga, they can still win this. We do see that Luxuria is very close to building this Blade of the Rune King. He is only short of 400 gold right now. And let's see what happens.
Yan, mga kaibigan, 26 minutes into the game natin. And things are just scaling as we are about to enter papunta sa ating late game. You can see the TG is just splitting up top dito sa ating laro as the early game strategies is just fading and fading habang lumilipas ang oras natin. Again guys, what you are watching is the Pro Gaming Series 2016 Spring Split. This is the final match ng ating group stage. When it comes to the standings, ang estado ng ating standings dito is that any team who closes the series 2-0 will automatically proceed sa ating playoffs and get that road to the championships.
And very nice double bump, just stopping that effort, any engage from coming through. And if you take a look at the vision control team, MSKI has done a very good job of establishing vision control over the river once again. So splitting the map into half once again as well. And 6,000 gold in favor of MSKI. Gangplank has a lot of gold as well, sitting on 2,700, has that Infinity Edge.
Wow.
And that's a very scary Gangplank. This is when MSKI can seriously just take the game right now and win those team fights.
Yes.
So Naga needs to be careful.
I mean, Baal needs to step up in making those setups.
Yeah, he really needs to get those picks and combo that with that Alistar. As a lot of the time,
Naga cannot anymore go aggressive into any members dito.
I think Naga needs to just change their approach when they come to these team fights, as a lot of the team fights have been started with Akarain going in and diving, and that hasn't been working out for them. They don't have the follow-up damage to follow up on those dives. I think they need to take a step back and just play the counter-engage game, where whenever MSKI goes in, you have that Alistar to pulverize, and you have that double bomb as well. And you just engage from that. You don't force to engage yourselves.
Si Mineski just luring NAGA Esports steadily and slowly. Papasok sa kanilang side ng larong to. Again, considering the item na meron ang Gangplank, you cannot anymore recommend na maging agresibo dito ng NAGA Esports. They are now rotating up here over the top lane as Gangplank is just split pushing through the bottom lane inner turret.
And he's still fed right now. I actually
Wow.
think Yume needs to be careful.
Oh! Siyempre naman, walang crit-crit sa vital spot. An easy kill para kay Suzaku against Yume, ladies and gentlemen. That is 1 member down para sa MSKI and 4 members sieging through. And against 4 naman para sa against 4 members din.
And Suzaku has teleport as well, so
Yun
this could
lang,
be a
danger.
5v4 also. They're gonna try to get this turret right now, I think. So.
Yes, yan. 1W lang mula kay Luxuria and this is a turret for the taking ng NAGA Esports. Still, kulit. He's just up there willing to take that team and even Exo laying down that gully. Do they have the time? No, 24 seconds. Bago dumating si Gangplank, but they will fall back. It's very risky now.
Yeah, they can't really force an engage right now. They have to rely on Akron actually to go in, or they have to rely on the flash headbutt pulverize coming in from Badger, or a double bomb.
They're buying time.
Yeah, this
for
turret's getting very low. I actually
They're
think they
buying time
might
for
be able to get
Fiora.
this turret.
Yeah.
Fiora.
Wow. Just one kick and another pick mula kay Akrin. It starts the divide with Akrin being aggressive. Lalagyan ng ult ni Zillian.
But this time around, they were able to get something out of it. They were able to get that turret in that top lane.
Yes,
Suzaku 2v1.
Wow, ito na. Suzaku, does he have the flash? No. Wow. Pero, still low. Just too much cooldown. And that lunge will just put Suzaku with safe distance against Yume.
And Suzaku sitting at 1,400 gold right now. Let's see what he decides to buy. Meanwhile, we do see that Luxuria building towards that QSS has picked up the extra movement speed, the green enchantment onto his boots, so we'll be looking to just be a bit more mobile. And
wow, and of course, Gangplank, well, he's now down to his second final item.
He's probably going to be looking to build that Sterax. Yeah, because that's very important when you have to deal against this Fiora.
Yes.
Fiora, of course, so painful right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, 9-7 tayo dito sa ating laro. 30 minutes into the game. Things are looking pretty close para sa ating laro. It's actually leaning more on the side of MSKI.
Yeah, 6,000 gold lead.
That kind of 6,000 gold lead, but Suzaku is here.
Yeah, and Luxuria is here as well. Both of them do a lot of damage. And if we take a look at where the gold lead is coming from, it's actually mainly from this, flash.
Wow.
Cocoon misses.
Napaka-crucial ang flash na yun. Still though, if MSKI wants to defend this one, they could. They have all the wave clear in the world. Ito naman para sa NAGA Esports, actually, Beal alone could clear one wave, even Luxuria. So, ano kayo makukuha nila doon? We're seeing though na Suzaku is being asked to split push. Itong ating bottom lane. And you can see, 4 seconds bago lumabas itong ating Dragon, MSKI will go for rotation to take the flying reptile against his speed. And Suzaku, patayo-tayo lamang dito. We could see a potential team fight on this one.
Third Dragon of the game for MSKI, and NAGA wants to fight.
Oh my god, Badger in the front line. No objective para sa larong to. Pero if you could wipe this one, they could push the bottom lane. Wow, Akrin in the distance, he could go for any kick. Still though, wala pa rin, hindi makalapit dito yung mga main initiators. And Badger goes in. One Sonic Wave onto Kulit. Bounce from the side. Pero ding bomba mula kay Bela. Akrin going solo. Sulit na sulit niya yung ult ni Zillian. And every time Akrin receives the ult from Zillian, iiwanan siya ng kanyang teammate. 5v4, ladies and gentlemen. Yume is just too much for NAGA Esports. 2 members are now gone para sa side ng NAGA Esports. Luxuria is just getting the timing to kite. Bea laying down those bombs. And it will be Yume executing Fiora. But Luxuria goes for the avenge kill against Yume.
Yeah, and I don't think...
That's so surprising. As nakadikit na si Yume. Kay Luxuria, nabatay pa ni Luxuria. What is that?
I think it's the burst actually coming in from the Cogmo.
Leaving artillery. Yeah, I think
so,
it's the leaving artillery.
And I think NAGA needs to really reconsider how they're approaching these team fights. They're playing way too aggressive, forcing these fights.
Pinars ni Badger
and
ni Akrin, yes.
You have that Cogmal, okay? And you have lots of ways to counter-engage with this Zillion and with this Alistar. And what I don't like the most is that the Chrono Shift is being used onto Akari when it could be used onto this Kog'Maw, giving him another life, maybe another opportunity to deal a lot more damage. However,
sa aggression ni Akarin, sayang na yung buong kit ni Lee Sin doon. Isama mo pa yung Chrono Shift. Sayang talaga.
Because once Lee Sin, let's say you manage to kick someone, then you die. What's Lee Sin gonna do once he turns alive again? He doesn't have that much damage, and his CC is very minimal.
Yun na nga. So, kailangan engage ng maayos ang NAGA Esports, especially kung meron pa naman silang Luxuria, ang pag-asa ng bayan, mga kaibigan. Tingnan natin, they are now on to Badger. Akarin again with the positioning, mga kaibigan. EXO, laying down that galing. Also the ult na magagaling mula kay Yume. Akarin finally gets bursted down. This time, hindi na siya bibigyan ang ult dito ni Bayal, and Bayal, he managed to put the ult on himself. Badger will go down. Bayal, wow, he managed to survive that one. Wow.
I think MSKI, 40 seconds, 30 seconds on the clock, they're going to be able to take this Baron for free, and that puts them at such a huge advantage. The gold advantage is already 7,000 right now, and it will go higher with this Baron buff. Bale trying to do his best to stop this, but EXO flashes in.
EXO not wasting any time on that one. Pero may teleport naman gagaling. This will be a 2v1. Will Suzaku win this team fight? He has his cooldowns up, and those are free hits mula kay EXO. Kasama si Lolo, kasama rin si Yume. This is a battle for the taking.
Ng
MSKI.
Very good plans coming in from EXO right there, and very good plays actually coming in from NAGA as well. They actually managed to make this Baron not as bad as it could have been. They did lose a lot of members though, but Baron will eventually fall for MSKI. 9,000 gold lead in favor of MSKI right now. They have that Baron, and they're going to be looking to really just push NAGA and end the game right now.
Things from being pretty intense ngayon, it's just rolling on to MSKI's favor.
Yeah, definitely right now. And NAGA Esports, they just need to be very careful with the approaches, because they haven't had the greatest team fights, and it's been very difficult.
Hex Drinker, ang nabuo dito, ang bubuhin kasunod dito ni Gangplank. If you look into the itemizations, right now it's just EXO. Is that
EXO will be
Galik or
probably going to be building EXO?
Or
it will be probably going the Lord Dominix regards.
Yes.
And we do see EXO has a decent amount of damage as well, and Luxuria.
Even Lulu actually.
Yeah.
Look at that itemization. Lich Bane. Lich Bane and the core item na Death Cap. This is in favor again of NAGA Esports. Sayang yung still Akari. Yun nga. Yung problema dun sa mga engages ni Akari, napaka-awkward. Though, it's easier for NAGA Esports to set up kung nag-siege ng ganito yung MSKI, but not with the Baron buff in their hands.
Luxuria!
Luxuria! What happened onto that one? Luxuria going down. There's the kick na manggagaling mula kay Akari. That didn't matter. Suzaku receiving the ult then mula kay Zillion. MSKI going to wait out that one. Suzaku is low. Bale will fall back. And even Badger. And I think this could be the game.
This is going to be the game. They don't have Luxuria. Luxuria is all their damage. Badger's going in. Luxuria's going in after it.
Yeah, still though, that's very risky. Look at EXO. He got a free hit, mga kaibigan. Suzaku going so low. And Bale will go onto the depths of hell, mga kaibigan. And Akari safeguards his safety to lead one last Nexus turn. And this is gonna be Suzaku going down. Isama mo pa itong si Badger. No, he won't. He goes for the re-engage. And that will be a throw before he screams. Nexus gets bursted. Ladies and gentlemen, MSKI Smart takes on the victory against NAGA Esports.
And that puts them 1 point closer to playoffs. And that is a very crucial moment for MSKI right now. And I have to say, very well played coming in from MSKI right there. Props to EXO. Very aggressive. Getting those picks onto Luxuria, getting the picks onto all the players actually. And Kaigo as well actually. He had some very good pillars that really shut down the engages coming in. And I think very well played by MSKI overall. Yume, 346 CS, the most gold in the game, 18K.
Is there any mistake na nakomit yung MSKI kanina? Parang,
well, they had 10 deaths, so there's always room for improvement. But meanwhile, NAGA, they had the right idea. They had a pretty decent draft. It's just that the execution wasn't there.
Yes,
they weren't able to get the picks onto the players. and they weren't able to get the team fights they wanted. I think they overcommitted too hard trying to force the pick.
Yeah.
And they didn't give enough resources for this Kog'Maw.
This is not the patient Naga nga na nakita ko nung sa Celestial game. I mean, mas behind pa nga sila early game doon sa Celestial game. Pero ngayon, as in, mas pino-force nila.
They just kept on getting picked.
Ayan. So, guys, 1-0 in favor of MSKI League of Legends. If you look into our standings and if you look into our schedule, ayan nga, para sa ating series dito, sa huling game ng group stage, you could see that MSKI gets shoot up to 11 points. Now, para sa ating laro. Okay, so, if maging, 1-1, sure na, no? Na ang MSKI. Pasok na sa top 4.
1-1 everyone. 1-1 NAGA and MSKI make it through. If NAGA Esports loses and MSKI goes 2-0,
yes,
MSKI will be tied for first seed with Celestial, and NAGA Esports will have to have a tie against Imperium Pro Team Blue.
Breaking that one, yung game 1, para may sure slot ka sa top 4.
And then the game 2 is...
yun ay para hindi ka matanggal
Exactly.
sa top 4. So, ayun, it's all on NAGA. Will MSKI upset that one?
Well, even if NAGA loses this game, there's still a chance.
There's still a chance. Yun. So, I think itotodo na ng NAGA to. I mean, correct the mistakes of the game 1. Kasi clear talaga. Mga mali talaga yung engages doon. Ayun. So, tingnan natin kung ano ang kwento ng NAGA Esports, guys. And again, yun nga, MSKI with that flawless game. Okay? So, sa mga summoners natin, sa mga viewers natin, this is the Pro Gaming Series 2016 Spring Term powered by the official energy shot of the Pro Gaming Series Booster C Energy Shot. Genius, boost your focus, boost your game. Kami po yung naging shotcaster. Ako po si Gia Shinbu with a 1 for an I.
And I'm G Sneep.
Okay, guys, we'll be right back for Game 2. Game 2, match and win promo. Then, hindi pa lumalabas, so antabayanan nyo yan.